All right, be honest. Have you ever thought, what's the point? Why do we report those annoying robocalls? I mean, really, no one's going to do anything about it, right? Well, think again, because our friend Sandra Guile from the Better Business Bureau joins us now to talk about why it is important to make your own call to report these scams. And even though you may not see an immediate stop of robocalls, it's important.
It's important. Please, I'm being polite here. Please, let me clarify.
Okay.
I will not be able to personally stop all those robocalls.
Right.
However, there is a tool called donotcall.gov that next time you receive one of those nasty phone calls about your social security number being suspended, or that you owe taxes to the IRS, or a debt collection that you don't remember, report them, record that number, record what happened and everything else, because the Federal Trade Commission is going to then pass along that information to the powers that be.
Yes.
That will eventually be able to swat down those numbers ever annoy you again.
Right.
They've got this really neat tool that they're collecting all this data information that gives them more information to go after these bad guys, which 99% of them are outside of the United States that are committing these crimes. And it gives them more ammunition to go after those companies that are breaking the do not call laws, which are actually in place. And folks, trust me, they're in place. But the scammers really don't care about
It's a
laws.
cat and mouse thing that's going on here,
It
where
truly
you put up a
is.
barrier, they try to find a way to get around it. So you have to keep telling the feds where the barriers are.
It's like if you were to go to a picnic and you're getting swarmed by mosquitoes, but you don't have bug repellent, you are providing the bug repellent. That's essentially what is happening, but they're not going to know this unless you actually report the information. Here's the cool part, is that they're also developing a report so you can see what kind of calls are being reported. So actually, if you go to the ftc.gov website and go to explore data, you'll be able to actually see what kind of phone calls are being placed across the United States.
Right.
And you'll see if it's a debt collection call, if it's a social security call, and that kind of stuff. So it's fascinating. It really, really is. It's updated on a quarterly basis, and you can see the volume of calls that are transmitted across the United States. We're talking billions of phone calls.
Right, and that's the reason why they won't respond necessarily. They try to find ways to get around the federal regulations, because there's even if they get a very small fraction of people to respond, it's profitable for them.
It truly is. And people say, well, yeah, but then I block the call and they come back one digit off, or I block the call and they come up with a different time of day to call me with a different prefix in it. Yes, you're absolutely right. It's because the technology is rapidly, so quickly, that we're not able to keep up yet.
Yeah.
However, if you don't answer it, they're going to assume that number doesn't work.
Yeah.
So the advice still remains the same. If it's unknown, leave it alone, let it go to voicemail. And one quick tip about these voice-activated devices making phone calls.
The Alexa and Siri.
Yeah, just don't rely on that technology. I mean, scammers have been spoofing ads and websites for years now. Just do the search on your own. Just be careful when you're typing in those URLs that it's in fact correct. And the same thing with those phone numbers. Use maybe some information you have on hand in your phone or a piece of paper and call it yourself.
Absolutely, that's great advice. All right, Sandra, thank you so much.